Imagine a fighter who uses her legs like spears and her hands like a national champion. A fighter so fast and powerful, fans call her the real-life Chun-Li. This is Mona Kimura, Japan's rising kickboxing phenomenon. Born April 12, 2001 in Mizuho, Gifu, Mona Kimura started her journey not in kickboxing, but in the sweet science of boxing. She was competing since elementary school, and by age 18, she was crowned a Japanese national boxing champion. She even represented Japan at the 2022 IBA Women's World Boxing Championships. That boxing pedigree built a foundation of speed, power, and discipline. But instead of staying in the ring, Kimura took a more brutal path. She signed with the Crush kickboxing promotion and joined K1 Gym Meguro Team Tiger. And that's when the buzz started. Fight fans began whispering about the real-life Chun-Li. Lightning-quick high kicks, explosive splits. Mona's style even echoes a beloved video game icon. But let's break down the fights and see who Mona Kimura really is. This is her story, from boxing champion to undefeated kickboxer. First up, November 16, 2024, Mona Kimura versus Ai Ogiwara. In her professional debut, Mona opened with crisp, disciplined jabs, a clear sign of that boxing background. Early on, she even tried a flashy kick, but Ogiwara caught her leg and briefly took her down. For a second, critics thought they'd found a weakness, but Mona had something else in store.
いいですね、この元ボクシングっていうね、そういう実績。
荻原愛がとにかくパンチで私は倒したんだと、そういうことを言っています。
She stayed calm under pressure. Like a true boxer at heart, Mona popped right back up and refocused on fundamentals.
そう、インローから今右が決まった。
Round after round, her timing sharpened. Hooks and straight punches began finding their marks all over Ogiwara's guard. Then it happened. Ogiwara rushed in, eager and aggressive, but walked straight into Mona's counterpunch.
それでもう7連覇っていう感じだったんです。印象的には。さあ来るところカウンターで、今度は右。
Boom! A perfectly timed right hook, and it's KO. One punch victory. In her debut, the leg-only fighter surprised everyone with a knockout from boxing. Mona wins by KO in round 1. Talk about making a statement. 1 minute in, and she proved what many wouldn't expect. This fighter isn't just about legs. Next, January 26, 2025, Mona Kimura versus Yuka. Now with one win under her belt, Mona decided to unleash her kicking arsenal right from the bell. Front kicks flew out first, controlling the distance. Then those sharp high kicks, a blur of power aiming for the head.
の蹴りなんだという話をしていました。
でもその通りですよね。今もこの前蹴り、足を面白いように前。
And sneaky low kicks to the body. It was surgical. Yuka tried to bridge the gap, but every approach was met with another leg, or a slick jab if she got too close.
あるんですけど、がありつつボクシングでも実績があるということ。
左から距離感というのはつかめている感じがありますか。
いたんですけども。
そうですよね。
ですよね。
ユカは16試合目になりますね。しましたけれども、この木村のパンチと蹴りというのはどういうふうにご覧になってますか。
Mona used her legs like most fighters use a jab, constantly resetting the range and breaking her opponent's rhythm. Her strategy was threefold. Maintain distance with those kicks, apply psychological pressure so Yuka never felt safe, and rack up easy points to win rounds.
どういうふうにご覧になってますか。当てた。当てました。そして2つ。
The fight played out exactly how Kimura wanted it. 3 rounds of relentless offense.
ボディだ。そして右を返していこうというゆかです。前蹴りが鋭く伸びてきます。本当に石川さん力感がない。
前蹴りをね被弾しながらもですね、決して
突き上げるような。さあ当てた。
はい。いや結構入りづらいと思う。空手でも実績あって、ボクシングでも実績あって、女子のアマチュアでこれ以上ない。
ボディだ。これは本人はですね、ボクシングであれば誰にも負けない自信。
Yuka showed heart and hung in there, but it was clear who controlled the fight.
出れば十分倒せるタイミングがあるんで。
さあ伸びてきました。
In the end, Mona's combination of kicks and punches earned her a unanimous decision victory. Another win, this time with textbook striking mastery. Now 2-0, undefeated, and the Chun-Li comparisons were really heating up. Hold up, are you loving this fight breakdown? There's a lot more where that came from. If you want to always catch the latest knockouts and fight analysis, smash that subscribe button and ring the bell. Join our BoxStream family now and you won't miss a single fight. Let's get back to the action. Final fight in our highlight reel. June 27th, 2025. Mona Kimura versus Satoko Ozawa. Now undefeated at 2-0, the pressure is on. Everyone was watching to see if the hype was real. Mona came out aggressive, immediately launching that signature high kick. Ozawa was in trouble right away. The range was dominated and she couldn't find an opening. Mona controlled with melee after melee, front kicks followed by crisp jabs and hooks. You can see the boxing background in every punch. As rounds went on, Kimura went full-on assault. Ozawa absorbed heavy blows, and a scary amount of blood started to show. Things took a turn in round 2. Kimura jabbed twice, then unleashed a lightning high kick. Bam! Caught Ozawa off guard. Down she went. Ozawa got back up, but the punishment was piling up too fast. Blood from a cut. The fight was paused for cuts, but once it resumed, Mona picked up right where she left off. More clean shots, more pressure. Eventually, the referee had seen enough. TKO at the hands of Kimura in round 2 via doctor stoppage. She wins again. Now she's 3-0 as a pro, undefeated, with each fight showing a new level of dominance. So why does everyone talk about her legs? The truth is, she doesn't fight only with her legs. She fights with her whole skill set. Yes, those kicks look flashy, but they serve a purpose. Her kicking style does 3 major things. Control the distance. If you keep an opponent at bay, you manage the pace and they can't set up attacks. Mona's front kicks and side kicks are basically a moving barrier. Break their rhythm. Imagine trying to time a fight when you never know which kick is coming. That hesitation throws opponents off their game. Rack up points. Judges love range strikes. Yuka didn't get a single round against her because every kick Mona threw was scoring. Opponents caught in that onslaught pause ever so slightly. That split second is Mona's opening. She capitalizes with her hands. Remember her first fight? A well-timed right hook ended it. That was no fluke.
それでもう7連覇っていう感じだったんです。印象的には。さあ来るところカウンターで。今度は右。
It's because she's a former boxing champion. Mona's legs aren't a gimmick. They're a tactical extension of her boxing brain. What really makes Mona Kimura dangerous is her adaptability. Fighters who rely on just one weapon get figured out eventually. Mona mixes it up. In Fight 1, she won with a punch.
印象的にはさあ来るところカウンターで飛んだ右
In Fight 2, she dominated with her kicking game.
当てました。そして2つ
In Fight 3, she blended kicks and boxing flawlessly. She reads her opponent in real time and changes strategy on the fly. That ability to evolve in the ring keeps opponents on their heels. You might think they've found a weakness by catching one kick, but by the next round, she's already moved on to plan B. Plus, her calm, centered composure only sharpens her unpredictability. Think about it. Outside the ring, she seems cheerful and down to earth, just another young athlete. But step under those bright lights and something switches. Mona becomes a calculating, precise fighter. She's calm, she's confident, and she never gets rattled. With a 3-0 record, Mona Kimura is rewriting what it means to be a female striker. Boxing champion and acrobatic kicker all in one package. She's got elite boxing pedigree, punches with the technique of a champ, dynamic kicking arsenal, speed and power from the legs of a video game hero, high ring IQ. She thinks 2 steps ahead on the feet, ice-cold composure, never shows nerves, always stays in control. So, is she the real-life Chun-Li? Not exactly. That's too simple. Mona Kimura is something more dangerous, an unpredictable warrior with lightning legs and knockout hands. As she continues her career, every fight is a new chapter. We at Box Stream will be watching. Will the legs keep stealing the show? Or will her boxing continue to surprise us? If you're pumped up by Mona's story, hit that like button and subscribe to Box Stream for your front row seat to the next fight. Share this video with your friends and let us know in the comments, who should we cover next? That's it for today. Thanks for watching, fight fans. Keep it extreme, and we'll see you in the next round.